Iced tea! I love iced tea. Oh, iced tea. Iced tea. Iced tea. Full of the facts. That iced tea, man, he's just... Iced tea. Hi, my name's Leach. I'm a real-life lawyer, and I'm on a mission to demystify the law and how it affects your everyday life. Today, in the Lawyer Reacts series, I'm gonna watch some old Law and Order episodes. So it's been a long time since I've watched Law and Order SVU, but obviously it's a classic, and I found this Stacker article that lists the top 50 Law and Order SVU episodes, so obviously I'm gonna dive right in. The article starts at number 50, but I don't want to save the best for last. I want to do the best first, so I'm gonna watch the top rated Law and Order SVU episodes as voted on by viewers. All right, so up first we have season 7, episode 3, episode titled 911. 1,500 IMDB users rated it, and it's got a 9.3 out of 10. The original air date was October 4th, 2005. A wonderful year. I was 13 and so angsty. Okay, so judging by the description of this episode, I would like to give a content warning. Here's what it says. A young girl's call to 911 leads SVU detectives to discover she's a child pornography victim. As Benson struggles to find out the girl's location and save her life, she learns more and more about the young girl in hopes of calming her down and rescuing her from the perpetrator. Okay, child pornography is a horrifying crime. I am not interested in making light of it. I'm sure this episode is gonna be horrifying. Let's watch. I'm scared. This is why I haven't watched in so long. It's gonna hurt my emotions. Look, this is a similar ethical question to things like being interested in true crime, because your interest involves having a morbid fascination with the death of someone. That's weird. Do I listen to My Favorite Murder regularly? Hell yeah. Do I watch Bailey Sarian's Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays? I sure do. What's wrong with us that we have this morbid fascination? I don't know. It's an ethical dilemma. I'm just here to watch the best Law and Order episode, okay? And this is it, so here we go.
These are their stories.
Police operator 3529, where's your emergency?
I'm hungry. What? I need help.
Can you tell me where you are?
I don't know where I am.
Olivia!
Please, will you help me?
We will, sweetheart. We're gonna be there soon.
Oh, those transition lenses. Iced tea! America. Drama. Oh, Dick Wolf. What a creator. Is this acting supposed to be good?
You got a cell phone? What?
It's back. All you need is a DDI.
Oh, speak English, for God's sake.
Digital Data Interceptor. Scan the airwaves, steal any number you want.
So we can't even trace this guy through his phone bills.
We can, but it'd take days.
They had a fire 3 months ago. Sold it, tore down what was left.
Thank you.
No loss. Burgers were lousy.
Where's that lady now?
This place is gone.
I mean, people probably already know that Law and Order SVU is, like, poorly acted, right? Like, this is common knowledge. Am I wrong? Like, if you work in the Special Victims Unit where you're dealing with victims of sexual violence, handling a 911 call like this shouldn't be this dramatic. There's gonna be, like, procedures set up, I would assume, ways of handling this. Like, this isn't the first time you've ever taken a 911 call, I'm assuming, from someone while you're trying to figure out where they are and their location. Like, why is everyone shocked about everything that's happening right now? Seems wrong.
She won't.
Oh, so you can't get this emotionally attached to things.
Sounds like traffic, but with something else underneath, like some kind of hum. Play it again?
I'll try and EQ the voice out.
342.
It's an engine, a car, a truck.
She's moving? Maria, we are tracking your phone call because that's how we're going to find you. And I can see here that you've moved.
What are we gonna believe, the technology or the girl?
He hurts me a lot. And then his friends hurt me so that he could take his pictures.
Port Authority PD's already got roadblocks in place. We want all trucks, big rigs, panel trucks, track trailers,
I love
whatever.
Ice-T.
Peel 'em.
You work in a special victims unit. You're not gonna get this emotionally riled up anytime someone tells you that they're being sexually assaulted. It's just, You can't live that way. I get this is a TV show, but come on. I mean, I guess it would be boring if they were like, all right, okay, all right. Because I feel like that's how someone who actually works in this day-to-day would react. They'd say, okay, I understand. They wouldn't be like, you know, like if this is what you do day in and day out, you can't react that way every day. You could be empathetic and understand that it's horrific, but like you can't be shocked every time, you know?
What do we got? Get out of here.
Oh, iced
Moving, the tower position would have changed by now.
She's probably stuck in traffic behind our roadblocks.
Well, even with those, she would have moved a couple of blocks in a half an hour.
There's something else. The phone signal. Normally calls triangulate off 3 cell phone towers, but both times this phone is only giving us a reading off of 2. I've asked a communications expert from the FBI to come in.
But what can we do now?
Ask Maria to hang up and call in again. We'll see what happens to the signal.
She's in Queens?
From the Holland Tunnel to Queens in 2 minutes? That's impossible.
How do we explain it?
We don't. We're being played. It's called sound cover. It enables any smartass to pretend he's somewhere that he's not, like an airport, the freeway, anywhere.
So can't we track this guy through the gadgets? I mean, where does he buy them?
Sound cover is only available through a website in Germany where it's now 2 a.m. Voice changers are available at any spy store in the country.
Any spy store in the country?
Best guess, something's diverting the phone signal, sending it to different cell towers each time a call is made. Look,
You had to bring in a whole separate expert to say that?
She and her cell phone are in one place. The nearest cell
She has a
tower
chart.
should receive the phone
That's
signal.
nice.
If you vector back from the cell tower, you can get an approximate location, but Maria's jumping all over the map. Scan each one for the virus and download this.
Oh,
It'll spot any
CD-ROM.
anonymous programs and
I'm switching to the portable.
Ooh, the portable. Ooh.
Check the file room.
Seeing these
File room. Oh, he's full of great ideas. Iced tea.
This man is one of the worst child pornographers they've ever seen, and they don't know a thing about him.
That explains the bells and whistles on the phone. He wants to make sure his kitty porn business doesn't get traced. Call Montreal, let him know. Olivia, get
Iced tea, full of the facts. Why do I have chills right
Can
now?
you describe
I'm on the
picture on the wall
edge
for
of
me?
my seat.
He has silver glasses, and when he does bad things, he takes them off and he folds them up and he puts them in a blue case.
Ready?
The battery's going.
Sombrero
We know.
hat, zapato shoe, naranja, orange, e azul, blue. Come on, Maria.
That's right. That's what it looks like.
Cena,
Very
dinner,
accurate.
cuchara, spoon. Got something.
virus is removed.
So let's talk about cell site location information real quick. Well, first of all, movies and TV love to show hackers and tech people looking at computer screens where there's this like pretty little square and a bunch of words and numbers just like scrolling magically, and then all of a sudden there's this like big red box that's like virus detected or like virus obliterated, like it's a video game. The reality is so much more boring than this. It's a lot of like typing and scrolling and searching, and I don't know the exact logistics of it, but it certainly doesn't look like this, for the record. So it is true that law enforcement uses cell site location information, CSLI, to locate cell phone location. They do this via what's called triangulation, where they take 3 cell phone towers and they can tell the location of a cell phone by using the data of those 3 towers. They also do this by what's called pinging, which is sending out a ping to a cell phone, and then that cell phone will send location information back. However, unlike what it looks like they're doing here, law enforcement wouldn't be the ones who would be doing the pinging and the triangulation. They would just be reaching out to the cell phone company and requesting that the cell phone company does it for them. Nowadays, doing a ping would likely be what you would use in an emergency situation like this to get the information that you need from a cell phone more immediately. I don't know if pinging was not quite a thing in 2005. I found an article from 2008 about pinging, but if it was a thing, this would have been pretty common practice, I assume. It's extremely common practice nowadays, so they wouldn't be so dumbstruck by the technology. It wouldn't be this like sorcery that they're treating it to be. But maybe in 2005 this was more brand new, and so it was a newer thing that maybe they were used to. Nowadays it would be completely normal. Also, I will say, if there's a virus in the cell phone towers, wouldn't probably be law enforcement fixing it, would probably be the cell phone company that would need to detect it and fix it, is my guess. Also, by around this time, 2005, all new cell phones in the United States were created with GPS in them because the FCC was requiring phones to be able to send GPS coordinates when a 911 emergency call was being made for situations like this where they needed to be able to locate the caller immediately. Obviously, maybe this isn't a brand new cell phone. It's 2005. This is all new. But nowadays, I mean, everyone's phone has a GPS in them, and a 911 emergency call would be able to find the GPS coordinates immediately. That's not to say that there isn't the technology to then also be able to hack these GPS coordinates and change and manipulate what law enforcement is able to find. There's probably technology out there that could throw law enforcement off even with this enhanced GPS tracking ability. But at the very least, nowadays, if someone's on a 911 call, you don't have to triangulate their location. You can find them using GPS, which is a lot more precise. Also, once they realized that this guy was wanted across international lines, like that he was wanted in Canada, this would absolutely be a case where the feds would get called in.
Maria?
Who is this?
This is the police. We know exactly where you are.
No.
Oh, she's mad. Sorry. They're crying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that would be upsetting, certainly, but you can't silent cry every time something goes wrong when you're working in these types of conditions.
Detective Tutuola, come and pollute your soul with some child porn, my friend.
You get anything here? Not yet.
See, this is the thing. Like, they're sitting there casually looking at child porn. Wait a second. First of all, they wouldn't just say, hey, you detective, want to come look at some child porn? Child pornography cases are horrifying and extremely sensitive situation. These types of files are put under such intense wraps that only certain people who have the capacity and the training to deal with going through these types of documents would be given access to them. They're not just going to be on a table and then be like, hey, you're a detective, you set up those roadblocks earlier today, come take a look, see what you can find. That wouldn't happen. Also, again, she's sitting here sifting through child porn photos, chatting casually with her coworker, like, oh, I was gonna go see Spam a lot tonight. Like, pick one or the other. You're either horrified by dealing with these cases and therefore you probably should get the hell out of that industry, or you can nonchalantly look at child porn. Like, you're not going to be like weeping about losing a phone call with a girl who might be a victim and then be like, well, here's some child porn, whatever. What is this writing?
Across the street from Felipe there's an electronics store. Our purpose of communications freak.
They sell electronics at that store and he loves electronics. That's probably where we got him.
Police! Stop the car! Hey!
You just punch him in the face?
What is this?
Police business. I don't understand. What do I do?
What?
These keys will open the door.
Hey!
Whoa!
Keep me here. Give me that light.
Maria! Maria?
Shit.
I stopped by to check. Everything was okay.
You know where she is. Now, if she dies, I promise you I will make the rest of your life hell.
You can't do this to me. A woman lawyer. I want my lawyer.
You said you had a business meeting.
That's right.
So why have you got mud on your shoes? Get off me! Can't do this! As soon as the lab gets this, they're gonna tell us exactly where you buried her. Last chance, Richard.
Oh my god, this is so
Very
bad.
safe.
Oh my god. Okay, where to begin? Ice-T, you can't just sock someone across the face when you're trying to apprehend him like that. He was just sitting in his car. Don't wrestle off someone's shoe that you think has evidence in it and then destroy the evidence. What? Oh, Olivia. Okay, so the guy said I need to talk to my lawyer and she kind of backed off. So clearly he was invoking his Miranda rights. We did not see her read him his Miranda rights. Officers are required to read people their Miranda rights if they are being interrogated while in custody. Custody is usually, you know, you're in the back of a squad car, you're in a police station. That's pretty obvious. However, it can also be considered in custody when the reasonable person would not believe that they were free to go. In this situation, probably would be considered in custody. He probably would know that he's not free to go. It seems pretty straightforward. However, I mean, I'm not an expert in this, but I don't think you would take the perpetrator into the place where you believe a crime has occurred, sit him down on the bed that's probably filled with evidence, forensic evidence, and then question him and then get on top of him while you're interrogating him and just kind of roll around in the evidence. That was wild. However, when he did invoke his right to an attorney, which is one of your Miranda rights, right to remain silent, right to an attorney, and if you can't afford one, one will be assigned to you. What you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. When he invoked his right to an attorney, it's true that she had to cease all questioning as long as the invocation is unequivocal, meaning he said, I want to speak with a lawyer and I won't talk to you until I get one. She had to stop questioning him. So I'm assuming that she Mirandized him or read him his rights sometime off screen. But if she hadn't, and he hadn't invoked his right to see an attorney and had said something incriminating, he could easily suppress that in court because he was not read his Miranda rights. Suppress that meaning that it couldn't be used against him because he didn't know his rights. So usually to enter into a space, you need a warrant, meaning you need to have probable cause to believe that there is some sort of evidence of a crime inside that space. Similarly, in order to apprehend someone, usually you need probable cause to believe that they've committed a crime. There are many exceptions to this where you don't have to go in front of a judge and actually get a warrant. You can act in the moment and get a warrant later or get it okayed later. I don't know that in the night from a distance, seeing a guy vaguely put his glasses away into a blue case and you know that your perp also carries a blue glasses case, I don't know if that's going to be enough to get you the probable cause you need to then take this guy into custody and interrogate him, or, you know, punch him across the face and then put him in handcuffs. I guess making the connection that your guy was manipulating cell phone towers, so he likes tech, and this is a technology store, and then you put the two together. I don't know. Felipe's Burgers having been burned down right across the street, that kind of adds enough elements that maybe, I don't know, I'm not a judge, I wouldn't make the call, but seeing a guy with a blue glasses case halfway down the street is, that's a tenuous connection. Well, he had a blue glasses case, so I thought it was him. I mean, she was right, so, but still, even though she was right, he could probably challenge it. So like I said, you need probable cause to enter into a space to search it. However, there are exceptions to this, and one of the exceptions is exigent circumstances. So in this case, they actively believe that there is a child who is in danger, and so entering the space under those circumstances likely would be a valid exception to needing a warrant in this situation. I think I reacted so strongly because it was just so dramatic, the punching and the going, and again with the disruption of evidence, like you don't know whose fingerprints might be on that handle. I don't know, it seemed very dramatic.
Burnt wood. Felipe's Burgers burnt down. There was charred beams.
That iced tea, man, he's just...
She's in the empty lot.
What?
I got something. The ground's been disturbed.
Ugh, iced tea with the disturbed ground.
Okay,
Oh my god. No.
Smell chloroform.
Help me lift her up. She's not breathing.
What is that? What is that? Is that CPR? Oh boy, they really biffed it on that crime scene. Holy shit. Wow, 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 wow. I am shooketh. Holy shit. I shall never recover. I feel I'm winded. Those last 15 minutes really took me on a journey. Okay, again with crime scene preservation. So when you're on a crime scene, from what I understand, if there's someone who's in danger, the ultimate goal is to mitigate harm first, and then crime scene preservation is a priority, but people are usually trained to administer help while also doing their best to preserve a crime scene. I mean, okay, it's a TV show. Seeing some fresh dirt, I don't necessarily think that your first guess would be the body that's under that dirt is still alive, and so this is an exigent circumstance where I need to dig everything up and dishevel all of this evidence, including that footprint evidence, in order to get at the body so I can save her. That's probably not gonna be your first thought, and I guess it's good that it was her first thought, because otherwise she would have just died down there and they saved her life. But like, that was a lot of crime scene evidence that just got completely overturned. Thank you so much for joining me as I watched the top-rated Law & Order SVU episode that really did, wow, take me on a ride. I'm gonna go to have a lie down, and comment below if there are other episodes you want me to watch and react to, or other shows that you want me to see. I'm here for it. This has been fun, if overwhelming. Hit that thumbs up button if you found this entertaining, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Thanks so much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.